Here's something with a head of lettuce. I'm joking, clearly. Deck of cards, all different. Chris, my brother, I've got a paper clip here. A paper clip, I'm going to hand that to you. And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to spread out the cards, and I'd like you to slip the clip on one of the cards. It doesn't matter which one. That one, right? Where are you going? Any one, doesn't matter? Where? Right there. Okay, good. Good man. Right there. Okay. So he slipped the clip on one, right there. Okay. I'm going to slowly and carefully remove that from the deck of cards. Let me ask you, do you want to use the one above or the one that's also clipped below? Which one?
Above.
Above, the one above. Okay, we'll get rid of that. I'm going to show that to you. Okay. Think of it. You have it locked in the mind? Mm-hmm. The colors, the suits, okay. I'm going to slowly go down to the table. I don't want anybody thinking I'm doing anything suspicious with your card. I'm going to go down, down, down to the table, right there. Okay. Okay. I'm going to remove the clip from your card, like this. Okay. I'm going to take a bunch of cards, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards on top of it, and look like this. I'm going to cut the packet of cards. And in fact, I'm not just going to cut it once or twice. I'm going to take the packet of cards, hand them to Chris, and I want you to take them behind your back, okay? And behind your back, give them some cuts. Okay. Cut them as many times as you want. Cut, cut, cut. So that way it is absolutely impossible for me to have any sense of which card you have in mind. Bring it back. Here we go. Okay, now, if I could read your mind, if I could really read your mind, I'd be able to take these cards, fan them out, and figure out which one might be your card. That is if, but I can't. So look, let's do this. Let's do this. We'll try this instead here. I'm going to put the cards on the table, like this, okay, in a row. And since the clip was the one that first was on one of the cards, I'm going to use the clip to find the card. I actually have a length of rubber band here as well. I've cut it, a rubber band, cut it in half. Because I want you to see that sometimes the magic happens even when I'm not touching anything myself, okay? So watch. Let's see if we can get this to happen here. Going to stretch this rubber band out like this. Here we go. Okay, now hopefully the paper clip will be, oh, okay, it's like a Ouija board of sorts. Yeah, it's looking like we may be, oh no, it's not there yet, hold on. Okay. Is that finally the, no? Okay. Is that, no? Is that the one? There. I think it's made its choice. Got down to one and only one. What was the one you were thinking of?
7 of diamonds.
So let's see here. Okay. Oh, that was a close scare. How about over here? 7 of diamonds. Now, last two, let's see. Did the paperclip read your mind and get it? Yes, it looks like the paperclip actually read your mind. Got a deck of cards, got our paperclip. Nice to have a slightly oversized, large paperclip. And what I've done is I've taken a rubber band that was originally, how big was it? I guess originally it was about that big. It was originally sort of a standard size, maybe a little bit bigger than standard size rubber band. I snipped it in half. I suggest you get a few different sizes of rubber bands and experiment a bit. That'll be the best way to figure out. I also can have the deck shuffled before I do this, which is nice. And then once it's all shuffled and I say, okay, you can see they're all thoroughly mixed up, right? In that moment, I was able to take a look at the top card. Okay, it's the 5 of clubs. That's all I need to know, just the top card. I go through, I spread out the cards. You can do a table spread if you want, whatever, in the hands. Have someone touch one of the clips, one of the cards with the clip and separate, and then finally they can slip the clip on. Okay, so a card is freely selected, and I've got my 5 of clubs up here. Okay. They look at the card. Fine. Okay. I remove the clip, and I say I'm going to add some cards on top. And I know, because I know the top card's my 5 of clubs, I just casually say I'm going to add some cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I now know that whatever card is below the 5 of clubs is the card they have in mind. I pick up the cards, and as you guys will know, anybody who's been doing a little card magic, this is called the key card principle. They can cut the cards again and again. I give them to them, and I say, just behind your back, give them a cut. And I show them a few times so they understand. I don't mean a mix. I just mean a cut. Now, they can cut all day long. Whatever card's below the 5 of clubs will be their card. Now, so at this point, I know, for example, there's the card, the 8 of spades. Now, you might be thinking, what happens if when they cut, that the 5 of clubs goes to the bottom? Well, I know, thinking of a circle, that the card below the 5 in this circle would be the top card. So that tells me. Same goes if they happen to cut, and when I turn the cards over, I notice, let's say that the 5 of clubs is the top card. If I know it's on top, then again, I know the card below, it's the 8 of spades, is going to be their card. So I take the cards back, however they've cut them. I take the cards back, and I look at them, and I go, okay, you're thinking of one of these. I don't know if I can read your mind. And I see that their card's the top card, and all I do is move the cards around, and I make sure that the 8 of spades is going to end up to my left, second from the end, okay? So to do that, in this case, what I could do is, let's say I'll put 3 cards on top like this, okay? And that way I know when I deal the cards out, I say I'm not sure which one's yours. I know that's going to be theirs. Now, I've played with this rubber band a bunch of times, and so I know I need to have these, for this principle to work, I need to have them pretty tight, all right? Now, the basic principle behind this, of course, is rubber band. You can stretch it, and then if you slowly release some from this hand, if something is resting gently on this, it will travel along as the rubber band is released, okay? So look, I've grabbed just a little bit on this end, just a little bit, okay? And the rest of it, what you want to do with the rest of it is basically grab it all in your fist. It's hidden inside your fist. You thread this through and you stretch this out. It might take you a moment, because what you want is you want to stretch it and use as little rubber band to start as possible. I don't quite have enough. So what I do is I just sort of release a little bit, push it down a little bit. You do this kind of just sort of wiggling back and forth till you get a feel, and I go, okay, there. Now I have just the perfect amount, where I still have a bunch left in my hand. Okay, but that's all tied up, all secretly in there. You don't make a move of it, okay? But now, by slowly, with my right finger and thumb, by slowly loosening the grip on that, what happens is the rubber band, because it's being pulled this way, the rubber band goes along for the ride, or I should say the rubber band slowly, invisibly, it's imperceptible. The rubber band is being released from my right finger and thumb, and the paperclip's going along for the ride, and boy, you stop. You can stop it and start it, okay, and that's what really adds to the drama. And then once it finally stopped there, you go, oh, I think it's finally made its choice. Put that down and really lock that in visually. That was its choice right there. Add to drama, have them name it out loud for the first time. If you're working with only one person, no point in them naming it loud, or 2 people. But if you've got a few people, it's nice and everybody gets down to this drama. So there's so much magic. They were thinking of any card. They, behind their back, cut up the cards. So it's so convincing. This was a beautiful little eerie addition, raising its own kind of mysterious question. And you're down to this dramatic moment where it's like, let's see, and you can even kind of, rather than turning it this way towards them, take a moment, look at it yourself. They get to check out your face, and you go, it looks like the paperclip was able to read your mind.